Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. Let me see the chat, some people are talking. Well guys, I hope you have a nice weekend. Me personally, I had a nice weekend here in Paris. It's very hot actually, but still, it's a good time to, be far from the chat. So, let's get back into it. Today we're gonna see what we can trade, if we can catch a trade. During this London session, I'm going to, go across EU, GU. I'll analyze the DXY. I will go on the gold, the silver, the DAX, and I will talk about the indices as well. So yeah, we're gonna see all of that together today. Hello to everyone. Let's wait maybe 2 minutes just for everyone to join. Bonjour, ainsi que les procédures de dépôt et de retrait. Alors il y a alors pour te répondre en français, Anders, il y a eu plusieurs tutoriels qui ont été faits, et si tu veux vraiment avoir un tutoriel détaillé de la plateforme, je te laisse tout simplement cliquer sur notre chaîne. Tu vas retrouver un tutoriel que Hugo FX a fait, donc Hugo qui est mon partenaire et fondeur de Clickfunded, qui a fait un tuto totalement détaillé justement sur comment utiliser la plateforme. Donc n'hésite pas à aller le visionner si tu as besoin de plus de détails. So let's see if there is anything interesting this morning. Last time we've been together, we did catch a trade on Euro USD. For those who were there with me, I think you guys remember. We waited a lot during the session, and all of a sudden when we cut the live, the price just rised and went to our TP, so it was a good thing. Let's see where your USD is currently trading. I'm gonna put the DXY on my right side just to be able to analyze. Okay, so the DXY is basically continuing the down trade that he started last week, or I would have to say more like last month. Here we're continuing to go down, so of course Euro USD is trading up. Okay, so last time we took a trade together, it was over here. I don't know if you guys remember, it was just here. We took this bullish candle that you can see here on the 4 hour. After that, price dropped again, went to the liquidity below this low, and then we have this new bullish leg that is currently trading in front of us. So for now, I don't think there is anything interesting to trade on EU. As you can see, we have this bullish leg. We do need a retracement in order to trade, but any retracement for me would be interesting in here, maybe inside this inverted fair value gap that you can see here. That is currently standing in the discount of the actual leg. Any retracement above the opening price wouldn't be enough for me. I would like to see something more deeper inside this leg in order to trade, at least under or below the opening price to be safe to trade. I wouldn't sell here, I wouldn't buy here either. So yeah, nothing on EU. very quick for me to figure out that. Let's see GU, maybe it's slightly different. So GU as well, we are in a bullish trend and a bullish leg that you can see here on the daily chart. Now on the 4-hour, so here as you can see it could be a bit different on GU. As you guys can see here, we do have a fair value gap standing just below the ASEAN low. Okay, here we have a 4-hour fair value gap. We have this bullish breaker block as well. Let's see on the 1 hour. Yeah, so on the 1 hour it's actually very clean. If price would have to retrace inside this fair value gap, taking out the Asian low, you know, retracement that would be inside the discount zone. Here you can see the opening price is just here, so if price goes inside this imbalance, it would be inside the discount zone. It would take out liquidity here. It would be inside a reaction zone as well. So here could be a good area to trade GU today. I don't think that we're gonna have anything to trade during this London session regarding GU and EU. Price is too far from the interesting zones. Hi to the chat, I hope you guys doing well. If you have any question, of course, let me know in the chat. If you have anything to say, to ask, you know, make sure to use the chat for that. En français, si jamais vous avez des questions vis-à-vis de Clickfunded, si jamais vous avez besoin d'informations quant au challenge, quant aux règles ou quoi que ce soit qui vous passerait par la tête, sur lequel vous voudrez vous faire éclaircir, bah, n'hésitez pas, je suis là pour ça, je peux répondre évidemment aussi en français. So yeah, that's basically how I view the market. Well, the market, how I view GU and EU. If you guys have any question on my analysis, you can use the chat as well to ask. But yeah, nothing to trade really. I would put an alert here just in case the price would retrace during the London session. But as you can see, the DXY is very bearish, and yeah, that means that the currency pair are going to be bullish. Let me see. Yeah, we do have liquidity around this high here on the daily time frame. We just took out this liquidity, so I mean, if you guys trade forex maybe during the afternoon, it could be interesting for you to take a long. Let's see the DAX now. The DAX is standing inside a range now. Okay, yeah, anyway, not the best price action right now on the DAX. Too tricky. You can see the range is pretty strong over here. Price is not displacing inside a clear trend. Of course, we're overall bullish, but since few days now the price started to range too much for me to be interested in anything to trade here, so nothing here. Let's see the gold now. So the gold seems to have started over his bullish trend. Well, could be the case. at least from what I'm looking at right now. Here, the last retracement was here. Moi, bien sûr, je vais voir juste après l'analyse sur le gold. Et je vais voir aussi après sur les listes. So yeah, we did have our retracement inside this bullish trend right now. Let's see. Yeah, same thing that on the Forex. I think the first interesting zone to trade this bullish trend, at least from what I'm seeing right now, from how the price is currently trading, I would say it would be this breaker block here below the Asian low. Okay, the price at this point would be inside the discount area of the day, which is the area where you want to buy. So yeah, here, well, gold displays a bit differently than the other pairs on the market. So I don't personally trade gold, but if I would have to expose my opinion, it would be that breaker block here inside the discount zone of the leg, inside of the discount zone of the day as well. And here, if you go on the 4 hour, you can see that, yeah, here it's a good area to trade below this Asian low. So yeah, maybe during New York as well, taking out these highs. Let's see. So I will go to the EU again just to see what you asked. « 8h35 ». Ici. Après là, pour être très honnête avec toi, si tu t'es pas fait déclencher, c'est tout simplement que ton entrée, elle était... Après là, je dis, ouais, je comprends pas si vraiment t'as voulu rentrer sur cette imbalance ici, techniquement, t'aurais pu être déclenché. Ouais, c'est des choses qui arrivent, hein. Je sais pas vraiment. Ouais, peut-être que tu as visé trop bas. En tout cas, effectivement, là, moi, je vois une imbalance ici à... Enfin, je veux dire, voilà, tu as peut-être mal placé ton entrée. C'est des choses qui arrivent. Je peux pas vraiment te dire pourquoi, parce que ici, l'imbalance, elle était bien placée ici et que voilà. Après, de manière générale, tu étais en train de follow une trend sur du 5 minutes. C'est assez risqué de faire ça, hein. C'est assez risqué de faire ça. C'est pas forcément un trade que je te conseillerais d'essayer de prendre régulièrement parce que tu vas te faire sortir facilement, quoi. Là... il n'y a aucune logique HTF dans ce que tu as fait. Je suis pas en train de critiquer, hein, je suis juste en train de te donner mon avis. Pas de logique HTF dans ce que tu fais. Et puis, tu es en train de follow une trend qui... Enfin, je veux dire, tu es en train de trader le 1 minute, quoi. Techniquement, là, grossièrement, tu es en train de trader le 1 minute. Donc, c'est vraiment pas des choses à faire, hein, pour être honnête. Voilà. Let's see the indices, because my friend CAD9 said that there is something, so let's check. just going to remove yeah, here. So you said that there was an SMT. Yeah, beautiful SMT actually. Yeah, that's true. Beautiful HTF SMT. That's true. Beautiful HTF SMT. We start to be very close from the all-time highs on NQ, which is interesting. SMT, we do have this imbalance here. Interesting actually, because here we are inside an imbalance as well, but we do have the Asian high, the Asian low, sorry, to potentially liquidate, to potentially go for. We still have here a gap that hasn't been filled. We are inside the premium zone, but I don't see any breaker on the 15 minutes. See, Kat, that's the thing, because actually could have been interesting. Here we do have our breaker on the 5 minutes. That's true. You do have your breaker here. You do have your breaker here as well on ES. I mean, on paper, it's a very good setup. I mean, very good setup. I don't know if it's a very good setup. The thing is that on the 15 minute, here we do have like an inverted for value gap as well that you can map out, right? We do have an inverted for value gap here. I'm not a big fan of trading the Asian session, the London session on indices, as you guys know. So that's why I'm not going to trade anything during the London session on the indices. But yeah, I know. I mean, this setup looks good, in my opinion. But as we are Monday as well, you know, the thing is that it's London session, it's Monday. I don't know. But yeah, this 4-hour candle looks very bearish. It's a good thing to notice now for the afternoon, I would say. You know, if we do have a closure here inside the range after taking out these highs on NQ, while on ES we don't take out these highs, so we do an SMT, and you know, the closure of this 4-hour candle is very bearish. That could be interesting, you know, for this afternoon, you know, to target maybe some levels here deeper in the actual bullish leg, current bullish leg, right? But for now, I would actually stay calm, you know. Yeah, well, depend on what you want to, how you want to trade indices, right? Of course, you could go for this one. I mean, for me, you know, it's Monday. I want to take things slow. I had a good end of the week that I'm going to share with you guys actually after analyzing all those pairs. So as it was the last pairs that I was analyzing, I'm going to share what did I trade during the end of the previous week, which was two very nice setups, Thursday and Friday on indices. So now I would, you know, keep things easy and chill, not going to rush any trade. I'm not going to, you know, go for London session. Doing good, Totorino. What about you? But the trade is actually interesting. I mean, the whole setup could be interesting, especially here if we do have like something, you know, here if you can take your trade here and go for a quick 1 to 2 here, yeah, why not, right? Why not? Could be interesting. Other than that, I would be careful. Always be careful. You know, it's the beginning of the week. Always take things pretty chill and calm. Let the price develop on Monday. If there is something very clear, of course, but if you know you don't want to break any rules on Monday, well, you don't want to break any rules anytime, right? But especially not on Monday. All right, let me just check that. Sure. So, as I told you guys, I took two very beautiful trades on Thursday and Friday. So as you guys know, I like to trade indices more than any other thing. Okay, so I'm an indices trader. Well, we're on the NAS right now, Laurent. That's the NAS. So I've been talking about the NAS since the last 5 minutes. J'étais en train de parler du Nasdaq depuis les 5 dernières minutes, donc en gros là, le NAS il est devant toi là. Ça c'était de quoi toute l'analyse que j'ai faite là sur les 5 dernières minutes, c'était sur le NAS. Le lundi, si, ça peut être mon jour, mais on va prendre les choses tranquillement. C'est-à-dire que le lundi matin, techniquement, à moins que tu aies un setup, enfin moi personnellement, voilà, le lundi matin, tu viens devant tes graphiques, soit tu as un setup très précis sur le Forex, pourquoi pas, par exemple un London Power of Three, comme on a pu trader la dernière fois ensemble. À ce moment-là, je me priverai pas de le prendre, mais voilà. Après, c'est un peu comme tous les jours, hein. C'est un peu comme tous les jours, il faut vraiment attendre des setups qui sont très clairs. Ça sert à rien de précipiter les choses, et je dirais même mentalement, surtout un lundi, c'est bête de mettre les deux pieds dans ta semaine de trading avec un mauvais trade dès la session de Londres le lundi matin parce que tu n'as pas pu être patient. Si tu commences déjà à ne pas être patient le lundi matin, c'est plus sur un aspect psycho, c'est plus sur un aspect de cheminement durant ta semaine. Si tu commences ta semaine déjà en étant dans un délire vide, je veux prendre un trade, etc., il y a bien moyen qu'à la fin de ta semaine, tu aies liquidé ton compte, quoi. Donc, même avant. Hein. Donc voilà, prenez les choses tranquillement. Les trades, il y en a des centaines de milliers chaque année. Ne vous inquiétez pas, vous n'allez jamais être en manque de trades. Hein. Ça sert à rien de rusher quoi que ce soit. So yeah, let's get back into it. So as I said, I took two beautiful trades. I'm gonna share you guys the first one that was on Thursday. So on Thursday, things were pretty obvious actually. Well, on Friday as well, for me at least, but on Thursday, I think it would have been obvious for everyone. So let's get back in time here. Let me see. Yeah, that's perfect. I could stay on the 1 hour actually. So on the 1 hour, well, on the 1 hour, maybe it's a bit tricky actually, but as you can see here, guys, on the 1 hour, well, I'm gonna go on the 4 hour just for it to be more clear. So here on ES, as you can see, we did had this push here, bullish leg starting to be here on ES as well as on NQ. Here on the NAS, we can see that we did an SMT, did make an SMT here in between the NAS and ES, okay, and on the 15 minutes, well, I still have my mark, so we do put a breaker block here, okay, price go for this liquidity and push higher just after taking out this liquidity and creating this SMT, as well as being on the midnight open. So for me, I just took my trade here, very easy execution, targeting this high. So it wasn't an 2R actually, as you guys are going to see. I could, well, it's not that I could, price went crazy this Thursday. I don't know why, but price went crazy. So of course I was like, oh, I could have held the trade more, but my logic target was of course this high. Okay, there is no target. I mean, I'm not going to target this high, right? That would be too fantasist and unrealistic. That was the realistic logic technical target for me during this day. So I just took my trade like that, and I don't know what happened, but yeah, price went crazy this day. So it was pretty funny to, well, I don't know if it was funny for me, but at least TP was hit and then price went crazy like that. I don't really know what happened, but yeah. Anyway, sometimes it's like that. So basically, as I said, it was a pretty simple trade. SMT, you know, before the opening, here we can see breaker block. Okay, breaker block on the 15-minute, and I just, you know, position myself on the breaker block after the SMT. No, SMT is a divergence in between two pairs or two indices, or, you know, whatever, like a divergence. Here we took, I mean, if we are taking out this high on ES and we're not taking out this high on NQ, here you can see that it's not the same. Well, yeah, price isn't distributing the same way on both of these pairs, right? Here we took out the high, we did a higher high, then we dropped. Here we didn't took out this high, so we did a lower high and then we dropped. So it's this difference, yeah, that difference is the SMT, and it means that we could have a stronger leg after. So yeah, that was my trade on Thursday. So yeah, price went crazy. It was like, I don't know what happened exactly, but you know, price went to the top, to the roof, so to the moon, you could say. That was cool. Nice trade though. Very simple execution. I usually go for the 5 or 1 minute, but I don't know, that day I was feeling it on, you know, just putting a buy limit here on this breaker block. I didn't want to overcomplicate anything. Don't ask me why. Sometimes it's just like that. When I see a very clear setup on the 15-minute, I'm more likely to trade this M15 setup without forcing myself to try to refine any entry. Kinda, yeah. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I would say that. ES is the master, right? ES is like the master of the master. So yeah, ES drives NQ, but again, I mean, it's hard to explain how you could actually use this fact inside your trading, right? I don't know if you know what I want to mean. Of course, you know that ES drives NQ, but I don't know if the fact of knowing that is going to help you in anything. I mean, I don't know if it's going to help you trading indices better to know that. You know, you could ignore that and still being a good indices trader, right? Because you cannot really, I mean, you can, but it's difficult. Depend on the situation. It's more like if you have the experience on indices, on some situation you can be like, okay, if ES did that, then NQ is going to do that as well, or something like that. But I mean, there is no clear rules that you can use to, you know, trade NQ because of ES, right? So that was my first trade, and on Friday actually I took the opposite. So I took the opposite, but same logic, you know, exact same logic, but on the opposite side of the market. So I just sell So let me show you here. Just let me check the hour. So here it was the 16th. So no, definitely not there. Okay, so again here, what did I do? What did I analyze? It was here. SMT on the 1 hour. Pre-open. Non, je trade pas comme Hugo. Non, on a deux manières de trader différentes et on traite pas les mêmes. On traite pas les mêmes actifs. Hugo, il est beaucoup plus sur le forex et moi, je suis sur les indices. Voilà. Simplement. Donc here, as you can see, SMT before the opening, and from there, what did I do? Very simple. Well, I went a bit far, I think. What was that? Yeah, sorry. A bit more. What was after that? Okay, never mind. Never mind. Was here. Actually. But still, same thing. That's why I was surprised. It was like here. So here. Well, I did share this actual trade on my Instagram as well. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but if you do follow me on Instagram, you might have seen my story this day. I went crazy on the market. Actually, I took another trade in the other side. Well, I did a little ping pong, which is not the best thing to do, but actually I was very confident this day. So here you can see the SMT on the tops just before the opening. So that's something that I really like here. Okay, 8. Still here 9:30, so basically my entry was just here. So still evolving inside the SMT here. SMT on the highs. I knew that Asian session was still available. I knew that we were very far from the opening of the day. As you can see, the day opened and went straight bullish, which means that we do have to retrace. Institutions do have to retrace, even if they want the day to end up being bullish. They need to retrace in order to buy at a better price, then close to then close above the current price now. So a retracement for me was obvious, especially with this higher time frame SMT. So I went on the 5-minute and I just positioned myself over here in this imbalance here that was already a bit mitigated before the opening here, and I took the trade. That was the trade that you saw me taking on Instagram, because I did put a story on this one. And yeah, I just target this low. So it was almost a 2R, again not a 2R, and it was a very quick trade. As I said, 5-minute session. Thank you, bye bye. And I do like this kind of days, actually, you know. Paf, that was the trade. Bye bye. La SMT ici, le fait que NQ ait pris les liquidités de London et pas le S&P, donc je rentre en NQ parce qu'il a pris liquidité, donc plus de potentiel de réaction à la hausse. Alors, ce qu'il faut comprendre, c'est que techniquement, selon la vraie théorie du CT, et c'est vrai, hein, c'est pas, je refute pas du tout ça, c'est totalement vrai, c'est-à-dire que celui qui n'a pas pris les liquidités a théoriquement en fait plus de puissance, d'accord? C'est pour ça qu'il n'est pas venu chercher les liquidités, parce qu'il n'en a pas besoin, donc il est plus puissant, donc il va délivrer un mouvement qui va être plus long que l'actif qui a pris les liquidités. Et ça, c'est valable sur toutes sortes d'SMT, c'est-à-dire que sur Euro USD, peu importe. Si ici IS fait ça, tandis que NQ fait ça, techniquement, celui qui, à partir de cette SMT, devrait délivrer le mouvement le plus long et le plus linéaire, du coup bullish, ça serait IS, qui n'a pas pris les liquidités. C'est lui qui devrait délivrer le plus long mouvement par rapport à NQ, qui pourrait rester plus finalement aux alentours de la SMT. Ok? Pourquoi moi je prends le mouvement qui a pris les liquidités et pas celui qui a pris, qui n'a pas pris les liquidités, donc contraire techniquement à la théorie d'ICT, contraire entre guillemets, c'est pas contraire, mais c'est plus, ce serait pas optimal. En vrai, c'est plus parce que de par l'expérience que j'ai, moi de toute manière, je vais pas target un mouvement long terme, donc ça c'est plus un mouvement long terme qui pourrait s'avérer être plus long sur le mot sur l'actif qui n'a pas pris les liquidités, donc j'aurais pas besoin en fait de beaucoup pour pouvoir toucher mon TP au vu que la plupart du temps, vous voyez que je rentre en 5 minutes, en 1 minute, etc. Et surtout que mine de rien sur les indices ça bouge beaucoup, donc dans tous les cas, même celui qui n'a pas pris les liquidités, il va quand même délivrer un gros mouvement parce qu'en fait, par effet composé, c'est quasiment impossible que si IS bouge vraiment vite et vraiment fort à la hausse, que NQ ne suive pas, c'est quasiment impossible. Après, il y aura peut-être une différence de quelques pips au final, mais toi, tu auras largement touché ton TP dans tous les cas. Et c'est surtout en fait qu'il y aura beaucoup moins de retour à break-even. C'est-à-dire que par contre, celui qui n'a pas pris les liquidités, graphiquement, parfois, il va être beaucoup plus messi, il va être beaucoup plus bizarre, entre guillemets. C'est-à-dire que les entrées LTF vont être beaucoup plus difficiles à avoir. Enfin, il n'y va limite pas avoir d'entrée LTF logique et correcte, entre guillemets. Et ça va être un price action qui, avant d'exploser, va être beaucoup plus amené à ranger sur les LTF, etc. Alors que celui qui a pris les liquidités, en général, ce qu'il va faire, c'est justement prendre les liquidités, créer ici une inversion, par exemple en M5, retracer sur cette inversion en M5 et partir. Voilà, tout simplement. Sachant que du coup, sur celui qui n'a pas pris les liquidités, en général, comme on n'a pas pris ses liquidités, on va plus faire un truc comme ça, et au final, on va partir. Hein. Mais ça va partir d'une manière qui va être plus dure pour nous de s'incruster sur les LTF. Alors si tu trades vraiment en HTF et dès que tu vois en HTF, directement sur du M15 ou du H1 ou quoi, et dès que tu vois la SMT, entre guillemets, tu te places et tu couvres ce lot, à ce moment-là, pas de problème. Par contre, si t'aimes comme moi avoir des entrées LTF, etc., tu auras beaucoup plus de facilité à trouver une LTF propre sur, par exemple, une 5 minutes inverted fair value gap, un breaker block ici, ou quoi que ce soit qui soit en fait beaucoup plus clair et limpide après la prise de liquidité. Pour te placer, ça sera beaucoup plus simple. Et une fois qu'on aura mitigé justement cette zone à l'intérieur de la prise de liquidité, en général à l'intérieur de la mèche ou de la bougie M15 ou même HTF qui a pris les liquidités, à partir de là, on va se déplacer dans le sens justement de cette SMT et on va plus revenir à break-even. Tandis que sur celui qui n'a pas pris les liquidités, on pourrait vraiment revenir à break-even 20 fois avant de laisser le prix partir. Moi, c'est quelque chose qui me détend plus de trader celui qui a pris les liquidités. Après, encore une fois, en vrai de vrai, la logique derrière, c'est la même. Hein. À partir du moment où tu as vu la SMT, les deux devraient tenir, tout simplement. En fait, les deux devraient tenir. Donc, à partir de ce moment-là, en fait, finalement, tu fais un peu le choix que tu veux, quoi. Ouais, voilà, plus brouillon, exactement. Donc voilà, that was my trade on Friday. So it was 2 TP for me at the end of this previous week, which was great. So that's why I'm not in a rush now during this beginning of the week. So yeah, that's basically it. Do you guys have any questions? So I can go back here just to show you again. As we were talking about SMTs. Here. Yeah, the mirror. So, let me see, parce que j'ai pas la mire. 14 août. Non, pas du tout. So, as you guys can see here, so, par exemple, pour illustrer mes propos, here, as you can see, the SMT was in between this low and this low. Right here on NQ, we took out this low, as you can see on the 1 hour. Okay, we didn't took this low on ES. So here we did a higher low, while on NQ we did a lower low. So of course, took out this liquidity below this low, did an SMT. Here you have the SMT, so let me mark that for you guys. Maybe it's not that clear. SMT here, okay? And from there, if we trade the logic behind the SMT, this indices should be stronger, right? So from there, you could cover the SMT and we can see if there is any difference in between the two. So here, let's say we trade both just to see which one is going to deliver the stronger move. Well, it was a bit of a special day, but as you guys can see, there is not such a lot of difference in between the move that NQ delivered and ES, right? If we would have to check here which one was the strongest, I mean, both of them were very strong, right? The difference would be just a little of pips. Bah peut-être que tu te mets trop tôt à BE aussi, hein. Peut-être que tu te mets trop tôt à BE. Ça, c'est quelque chose assez commun. Quand on débute, on se met trop rapidement à BE de peur de se faire SL ou quoi. Il faut vraiment comprendre que le break-even, techniquement, c'est quelque chose normalement qui doit en fait rester en logique avec ton analyse. C'est-à-dire que tu peux pas te mettre à break-even si le prix revient sur ton break-even mais que ton analyse reste encore logique, bah tu devrais pas être à break-even tout simplement. Tu dois te mettre à break-even lorsque tu sais que si le prix revient sur ton break-even, il n'y a plus de raison pour toi que tu sois dans le trade. Okay, pour te donner un exemple, par exemple, disons que tu es rentré sur ce breaker block ici. Okay, le prix revient dans le breaker et toi tu rentres. Okay, si là tu te mets à break-even à partir de maintenant, tu es dans le faux. C'est-à-dire que si le prix revient ici, il pourrait revenir ici, il pourrait même aller faire ça, faire ça, faire ça, faire ça pour aller continuer. Maintenant, par contre, qu'on a cassé ce plus bas, si le prix revient sur ton break-even à ce moment-là, entre guillemets ton point d'entrée, là par contre, il faut sortir. Voilà, là par contre, effectivement, c'est un safe break-even. Encore une fois, ça pourrait dépendre des situations, etc. Tu pourrais même rester encore dans le trade, ça dépend de on réagit à quoi, ça dépend sur quel HTF on est en train de parler, etc. Mais à la limite, là, ça me paraîtrait correct d'être à break-even. Par contre, si tu t'es mis à break-even ici, là, quand le prix il a juste créé une petite avancée, là, c'est que tu te mets à break-even trop tôt à ce moment-là. Après, analyse, je veux dire, de toute manière, analyse. Est-ce que quand tu te mets à break-even, est-ce que quand tu te mets à break-even, il y a plus de fois où le prix revient sur ton break-even pour au final toucher ton TP, ou est-ce qu'il y a plus de fois où le prix revient sur ton break-even et au final tu aurais touché un SL? Si c'est le cas, que tu toucherais plus de TP si tu te mettrais pas à break-even, bah c'est tout simplement que tu te mets à break-even trop tôt. Si jamais il y a plus de fois plus de fois de TP, bah c'est qu'il y a techniquement peut-être effectivement quelque chose à resserrer à niveau de ton journal, quoi. C'est tout. Alright guys, well. I think it's gonna be it for today. It was a good session. We talked about different stuff that were interesting. Let's see if we can have anything on EU. Let's see how EU just developed since we've been on other pairs. Okay. Ouais, voilà, c'est une bonne idée de fermer les graphes. C'est une très bonne idée. Yeah, as you can see, Kat, that's why I don't like to trade the London session, as you can see here. I mean, seems to be very bullish now. Seems to be pretty bullish now. Here we just mitigate this imbalance on both ES and NQ, and now we're aiming for higher level of price, I guess. Price could still go down, but from there I don't think that we're going any deeper in the leg for now. So that's why. No London session trading for me. Well, everything is pretty bullish this morning. Gold is bullish. Indices are bullish. EU is bullish. And GU is bullish as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Okay. Let's check the yield last time. Nothing really. Alright guys, well, as I said, it was a pleasure to be here today. No trade, but I mean, we share our vision. I share my vision on every pair that could exist. So if you do still have any questions, let me know in the chat. And if you don't have any question, I just wish you a good day and see you tomorrow for the New York session. So 9:30 New York time would be 3:30 p.m. French time. Alright. Donc voilà les gars, bonne session avec vous aujourd'hui. On n'a pas pris de trade, mais on a analysé à peu près tout. De toute manière, je pense qu'il n'y a rien à prendre actuellement. Il n'y a même rien à prendre du tout, ça c'est sûr. Prenez votre temps, c'est le début de la semaine, ne vous précipitez pas, attendez que les trends viennent à vous, attendez que le prix se développe dans le sens de vos idées et de votre vision. Je vous souhaite une très bonne journée et je vous dis à demain, parce que demain, évidemment, on se retrouve de nouveau en live à 15h30 heure française pour trader la session de New York sur les indices. Si vous avez des questions ou des interrogations, n'hésitez pas, c'est le moment, je suis toujours là, posez-les-moi. Sinon, comme je l'ai dit en anglais, je vous souhaite une très bonne fin de journée et je vous dis à demain. Alright guys, it was a pleasure. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow guys. Bye bye.